I tell you what, I tell you what. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Y'all know what time it is. You know what's about to happen. You know what we are about to do. We are sitting here. It's Wednesday. It's
That's
Wind Down
right.
Wednesday. Okay, get
That's
your glass.
right.
Get your glass. Get your glass. I got a little cranberry juice going on up in here today, mixed with a little something else, just some elderberry. So it's made my cranberry juice a little dark. So I kind of mix a little bit here and there. So anyway, I'm gonna need y'all to grab a drink, sit down because it's Wind Down Wednesday, and y'all know who I am. I'm Sandy. I'm sitting here with your girl.
Hey, it's Chanice. Y'all know what's up. It's
Y'all
Wind
know
Down
what's up.
Wednesday. We
Yes,
do this every
yes.
week. Yes. How you feeling? How you doing? How's your week been?
Baby, let me tell you something. I had a wonderful weekend. I mean, wonderful. Well, all my days are pretty good. I don't complain much. I'm alive and I'm well.
That's
My
what's up.
family is well. I don't, there isn't too many issues going on right now. So things are going good. I'm not complaining. Even if it was bad, I still wouldn't complain. But so far, so good. I had attended a beautiful wedding this past weekend. My nephew got married, and it was just fun being in an environment that was just full of absolutely nothing but love, and to be witnessing that and to be a part of that and to feel like I was all important
Oh, you are. Oh, you are.
was outstanding. I mean, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful wedding, and I wish them nothing but the best. And I pray that God continue to keep them and guide them in the right direction. But other than that, my weekend was great. So, how was yours? What's been up?
Oh man, just busy all the time. Planning shows, having shows. We had a great event on Saturday, for the sweet treats and eats. So folks came out and supported the vendors. We had the CCW class, which was nice. And so the weather was great. I couldn't complain about the weather. It was perfect.
Good,
So all
good.
those that were meant to be there were there. So
Yeah,
just getting ready for this week. It's Friday is the comedy show, and then Saturday is the couples event. So yeah,
you know.
just
Get it
moving.
moving. And mentioning the wedding, there is the bride, who just got
Hey,
married. Hello, Angel.
congratulations,
Thanks for
congratulations.
allowing me. I appreciate you for allowing me to be a part of a fabulous event. It was just beautiful. Yes, Simone, we are very important. We are very important people. Very important. We are those people that be never forgotten in this wedding. How about that? What you think about that? Me and Nidra Simone will never be forgotten in this wedding.
That's
Yes,
what's up.
Angel. Thank you, Angel. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. The wedding was beautiful. The wedding was just absolutely phenomenal, beautiful. I thought my brother, my nephew, my son, whichever one you want to call him, because I thought I had him, but I didn't. I wasn't the one that had him, baby. If he shedded one more tear, we
It
were
be like
all gonna be
that.
swimming. We were gonna be swimming in the ocean. That boy
It's an
cried so
emotional.
much.
It's an emotional process.
Baby, I guess that's because he loved this child so much that he just had to share a whole bunch of tears, a whole bunch of them. But yes, honey, me and Miss Simone will be forever remembered at this wedding, and I want y'all to take that to the bank, okay? Y'all take that to the bank. So there go my nephew. Don't be crying now. Look, you crying and laughing. You still
Congratulations.
crying. You still crying, laughing. But if you don't cut them tears out, you should have lost a whole lot of weight. All them tears you had coming out your eyes. I'm just saying. We are sitting here tonight, and we're about to talk about it. And I want you all to chime in. If you feel the need to give your responses over phone, those who have my phone number, please feel free to call me. Please feel free to call me. So now let's get right down to the nitty gritty. Let's talk about it.
Let's
Now,
talk
I
about
got a scenario for you guys. First of all, we pray everybody had a wonderful Mother's Day. How was
it.
your
Yeah.
Mother's Day? Was it all that and some? I hope you got what you wanted or deserved or thought you wanted. But I have a two-part here. The first part is, as a mother, do you really expect to receive anything on Mother's Day.
Mm.
Now, if you are expecting it, who are you expecting it from other than your children? Because at the end of the day, your husband ain't, I mean, you ain't the mother of your husband. You ain't the
Right.
mother of your wife. So who do you really expect to receive anything from? Do you feel like you really need to ask? Should you ask for something on Mother's Day, or should you hint around for something on Mother's Day? What you think, sis? What you think?
Well, excuse me, I'm sorry. Personally, I don't expect anything for my husband or my children, because first of all, I just feel like every day is Mother's Day, since I was given the opportunity almost 20 years ago to be a mom, that's what I am. And so
Right.
there's no off time. With us, we generally kind of celebrate not when everybody else does. So I definitely don't expect anything, but if I get something, I'm grateful for whatever it is. If it's a card, if my kids write a handwritten note, regardless of what that is. So I'm always trying to figure out what other moms, what my
Right.
husband's mom want to do, or what other moms may want to do. But I'm not focused on myself for that, because it's every day.
And that's what Nedra Simone said. She said no, she didn't expect anything, but she loves to shower her mother and other mothers with gifts. And that's me. I don't necessarily want anything. I definitely don't ask for nothing. I
Right.
don't ask for nothing. I feel like if anybody's gonna do anything for you, they should do it out of the
That's the
kindness of
kindness of
their
their
heart.
heart. Yep.
They shouldn't feel like they're obligated to do it just because you are the mother or the mother of their child, or
True.
whatever the case may be, because if you're going to do it, you're just going to do it. She said, I don't expect my significant other to buy me anything. I'm not his mother.
All right,
He
Nedra.
is. All right, Big
Daddy.
Daddy.
He
All
is
right,
daddy.
Big
He is
Daddy.
daddy.
All
Okay.
right, Big Daddy. Yeah, I expect another gift on Mother's Day from Big Daddy. We
Look,
ain't
that
gonna
kind
say
that kind of gift is what made you a mother to begin with. You know
in
what I'm
the
saying?
first place. So that's the kind of gift you should be trying to, I ain't saying hold back, but I'm saying be more careful. That's more careful. That kind of gift right there will get you caught up. And we know
Yes.
this.
Yes.
So no, I don't expect anything from it. Yes, honey, we know that's your Big Daddy. We know that's your Big Daddy. I don't expect anything, but I do like to shower other mothers. I do like to show appreciation to other people, especially those that I feel have been an influence in my life.
Right.
That has been impactful in my life. It's very difficult, and I don't know, because you and I know we have the same feeling. It's very difficult for me to celebrate Mother's Day because my mother's not here anymore.
Right.
So I have a hard time trying to celebrate that day, but that day really is not for me. That day is for Courtney to celebrate me.
Well, and
Courtney to celebrate
she
you.
did it. She did it beautifully. I seen her gift. I
Well,
was like,
thank
oh, so sweet.
girl, she could have at least told me to put on some clothes. Dearie, ain't nobody have.
It was in its natural state. It was in
It
its natural
was,
form.
and I can appreciate that because she's very creative with the things that she do. But it was really beautiful. It was a beautiful gift. Dearie, ain't nobody having no communion, but communion time is over, honey. We didn't praise Jesus. The appreciation piece is what we look forward to, and you're absolutely right, and I can appreciate that. But it's very difficult for me to celebrate Mother's Day. It's extremely difficult. You actually have to go to Courtney's Facebook page.
And you'll see it. Yeah.
Did for me. If I had my camera hooked up, I would pan over and let you see it. But she did such a beautiful job on giving me a gift that I did not expect and I was not expecting. But time spent with my family and friends is good enough for me. I don't need
Court.
all
Good
that,
job.
I don't need all that other stuff to
That's
make.
right. Love on your mama. Love on your mama.
I'm very simple. I'm a simple person. I require simple things. Somebody said, "What do you mean by simple?" Why does all the people down south say they simple? Because we don't expect a lot. We don't want a lot. We don't require a lot. You know, you Northerners want a whole lot plus some. You want a bag of Grippos, Golden Flakes, Lay's potato chips, Funyuns, Pringles. You
Your
want it
gift,
all.
look, your gift, somebody else's gift. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like,
Yep.
ooh.
There you go. And I think the time spent on this past weekend with my family and closest friends of my nephews and angels was very, very priceless. You can't, those are memories that you can't take back, that you won't be able to snatch back. Those
sure.
are everlasting memories. And those memories were made on Mother's Day weekend. So that's the time that we won't ever, ever forget because it happened on Mother's Day weekend. And to be a part of it made it even better. So I don't think I really wasn't looking forward to anything from anybody. Now my thing is if you're dating someone, if you're in a relationship with someone, once again, like I said, you're married. Did you expect brother to get you anything for Mother's Day? Did
No.
you want him to get you anything for Mother's Day?
Mm-mm. I never expect anything for any holiday. Um, expect the unexpected. So I'm grateful with that. If I get something, I'm fine. If I don't, I'm not upset. You know, because a lot of people they tie so much meaning in objects. And
Material
so
things.
I'm like exactly. So I'm kind of like you, like you know, like you said, the weekend was great. Like those snapshots are things you can't get back. And I
Right.
feel like too, like sometimes even though you lost your mom, God places different things, you know what I'm saying? He will intercept other things to fill those voids at time. Nothing will fill obviously the void of her being there, but you know, occupy your time with more positive memories, more positive thoughts. So yeah.
And the problem that I have with what I see, because my mom isn't here. My mom is gone. And she's not here. But those memories that I have embedded in my mind and my heart, I mean, they're not going anywhere. What I don't like is when I see other people and how they mistreat and how they're treating their mother. It's just like, I just can't freaking believe it. And I'm not talking about kids. Kids mistreating parents is different because they're not old enough to realize the importance of having a mother.
And they're still learning. They're still learning until but they become mothers themselves.
They're processing the whole thing. They're continuously processing it. But what I don't get is when I see people my age, adults, mistreating and then saying things about their mother that they really should not be saying, because at the end of the day, that's who you got. If you ain't got nobody else, you ain't got nowhere else to live, guess where you can go back to? Your mama gonna let you come back in that house.
So
Unless
look, wait, we gotta put a disclaimer out there. Some mamas gonna let you come in.
I was gonna say, unless you have done something that's just so treacherous that there is no coming back. And I get that. There's some that has done that, but I can't understand. It baffles me how they, as adults, adults are disrespectful to their mothers. I just
Yep.
don't get that. That's disheartening to me. And if I see any of my friends doing that or talking in a way they shouldn't be talking, you trust me, I'm gonna check you.
Yep.
So get ready.
Yes.
I'm gonna check.
Yes, for sure. Because that not everybody's blessed to still have their mom, and those who may not have a great relationship with her, as long as you know in your heart of hearts you're trying to continue to build
Yes.
and do better and make peace with that relationship, that's all that matters.
That's all that
So
matters.
never disrespect your parents, your mom, your dad, never disrespect your parents
At all. Now I'm not now if you're in a relationship and you're married, I was fortunate enough, and God bless me, that Angel and Derry decided to pick me to say a toast on behalf of the family, our family, and everything else. So my thing is, my I talked about love, because I think it's important that we all have it. But at the end of the day, if I am now, we're talking about mothers and Mother's Day, and then we got another scenario we want y'all to
yes
take
we
part in.
do. Kind of spicy.
No.
Yes.
I want to know about this scenario, how you feel. So at the end of the day, when you are in a relationship, and I've been there, I've been married before, divorced, and but still love my in-laws, wholeheartedly. But at the end of the day, they stayed out of my business.
which is rare, which is very rare.
I kept my mother out of my business. I kept my family out of my business. I kept my friends out of my business because at the end of the day, it's my business. The only person that I know that things affect are the children that are around their mother.
Yeah.
Those things affect the mother more than anything else. But I'm telling you, it's extremely important. We sometimes when mothers get in the way, you have to be respectful and you have to have that smile on your face. Come on, mom, now. I'm gonna need you to just do the Michael Jackson, and I'm gonna need you to backpedal just a little bit because I got you. At the end of the day, ain't nothing wrong with saying mom in a respectful way.
That's
So
right.
some of us don't have our mothers here to say that to. Now, don't get it twisted. We listen to our mothers because they got the experience. They got more experience than we ever will have.
That's
You
right.
know, my mama was a Rolling Stone, you know, and loved her to death. Loved my mother till she, you know, couldn't breathe no more. But I would listen to what she said to me, but I kept her out of my business. But let me tell you, at the end of the day, and you know this too, Chanice, you
Mm-hmm.
look at your children. My mother could look at me and tell me something was wrong.
That's a mama. That's
But,
mama.
but I don't have to sit there and elaborate
Tell
on.
you. Right, right.
I don't have to tell her. She can just see it on my face. Now I ain't gonna sit there and say, "Ooh, ma, yeah, you know what? Da 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 da." You know, I'm not gonna do that. Nidra said at the end of the day, you're so right. Extremely important. It's very important that you know, because a lot of things we have to fend for ourselves. We have to take, you know, a step in the right direction ourselves. Our mothers will always try to be overbearing, you know, and
Overbearing, sometimes, take your side, may not,
yes,
not purposefully. It's just
yeah,
that that's where their passion is. That's where that's their child. I always, for myself, I always try to give my child sound advice, not what I want her to hear because I want her to be on my side, but what
right,
I know to be right as a
yeah,
mother, as a person, as a parent.
right.
So yeah, I mean, I would never intervene. I always tell her what's the right thing to do. At the end of the day, she has to make a choice.
And it's easier said than done, you know, because I'm
Yeah.
always, you know, sometimes I butt in Courtney's business when she don't want me to be in her business. You know, it's like
We can't help it. We
you
can't
gotta
help it
know,
because I'm gonna tell you. Look, when I butt in, I'm gonna tell you XYZ. I don't like this, and you need to do that. Da da da. And I'm gonna tell you, but that don't mean you gonna listen to me.
you know, we do want that mother, the mothers want that.
Mother, the relationship. Yep.
Yeah. You know, my thing is, like I said, I do kind of have a tendency to dip and dab a little bit into Courtney's business, but not too much. Only if there's a need for me to do that. So, you know,
Yeah. If my daughter invites me in, I'm coming through the door. But
absolutely.
if she don't say nothing, and I have to just give her sound advice on a broader scale, then I'll do
Yep.
that too.
But see, that's what Mother's Day is all about. That's what this past weekend was all about, you know, to sit down and have those reflections and have those conversations because once you start them, they don't stop. You know, those are memories that we continue to make. And we hope and pray that everybody had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend.
That's
Mother's Day,
right.
Mother's Day is every
Every
day.
day,
No,
24/7, no off days, no
yes,
holidays. You hear me?
we
And
know
it
that,
don't stop at 18.
that
Okay,
it
it
don't stop.
continues until you're no longer here.
That's it. You know, because my mother was always that mother that I know I could just, if I just needed to hear her voice, I just picked up the phone and called and I said, hey, you know, but it's difficult when she's not here. So you have to make things, you have to follow things and do things differently once your mom isn't here. But it's an adjustment. It won't go away, but you adjust to what's going on a day-to-day basis. Now, with all that being said, we just hope and pray everybody had a great Mother's Day weekend. And,
That's
you
right.
know, just show appreciation to your mothers or to those that are in the standing in the gap for the mothers that, you
That's
know, like
right.
me, I don't have a mother, but there are some people that are standing in the gap for me, and I
Yeah.
appreciate them and love them to death. So let's get to the scenario.
Oh snap! Here we go.
Let's get to the scenario.
Woo!
Y'all
Mother's
know,
Day. That's all I can keep saying. Mother's Day. Mother's Day. Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Y'all know when I have scenarios, they are based on facts. They are factual scenarios.
Correct.
People have a tendency to ask me questions, and I have to have a tendency to bring it on here for the people so they can hear. So,
That's right.
the scenario that I have is this. There is a couple and they're dating. They're not married, but they're dating. They've been dating for a little while. I don't know how long, but long enough. So the boyfriend, fiance, whichever one you want to call him, has a baby mama or mother of his child. Y'all know we're talking about Mother's Day.
Yep.
Sunday was Mother's Day. And it's all about recognizing those that are mothers to whomever and for whatever reason and blah, blah, blah. So what he did, now he recognized the mother of his child. I want y'all to follow me. He recognized the mother of his child.
Whom he's no longer with.
Whom he's no longer with, haven't been with her in some years. But they have a child together. He did purchase a gift for the current girlfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call her. He also purchased a gift for the mother of his child. Here's where it gets sticky a little bit. The gift that he brought his current girlfriend, fiance, was a card, some flowers, a bear, and some candy. Love you, honey. You know, you're the best thing that happened to me, and blah, blah, blah. The mother of his child received a nice Brahmin purse. Y'all know Brahmins ain't cheap. Now, the current girlfriend got a card, a bear, flowers, and some chocolate. The current girlfriend. But the mother of his child received a nice Brahmin purse. What's your take on all of that? What do you think? I mean, was he out of order?
So out of order. So out of order. It's an absolute no. It's an absolute hell to the no. To the no. First of all, okay, I understand that it's Mother's Day, but at the end of the day, you're no longer with her. So she's not your mother. She's your child's mother. So therefore, any gifts you should receive, if you ain't in a relationship with a boyfriend that's not my child's father, you should be receiving gifts from our child. That's it. It's not his place to be giving gifts, especially gifts of that magnitude, to someone that he's not with. Now, even if he had flipped it and gave her the bear and the chocolate, it's still like, why are you buying a gift for someone that you're no longer with? She's not your mother. So I personally don't think that's cool.
So you saw what Neidra Simone said. She said she think it's okay to accept a gift from the kid's father, baby daddy, whatever you want to call him, sperm donor, whatever. It's kind of like showing appreciation for being the great mother that she is. But okay, there are limitations, and it's got to be more to the story.
Exactly.
Definitely wrong for doing that. She says he's wrong for doing that. What's going on?
Hey, thanks for tuning in. She said absolutely out of order, and that's for sure, definitely out of order. Like, you my man. Why you giving her a bag? Like, yeah, we don't got no kids together, but I'm over here mothering, doing my thing. You see me holding it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your child's mother, but at the same time, I'm a mother figure in your life at this time.
So my thing is this. She got, y'all know I like being the opposite. She got something. She got something. She received something from him. Now, the purse, we know the purse costs a little bit more than the flowers, the card, the bear, and the candy. We know that Brahmin purse costs more. We know he didn't put much thought in the purse. He probably didn't put much thought in that other stuff either. But y'all, she got something. She received the girlfriend, fiance. She received something.
Mm-mm.
She got something from him. It's not like he didn't walk around or the whole day passed and he got her nothing. He got her something. She received something from him. So what is the problem?
The problem is that there's a level, there has to be levels of not just maturity, but respect. And so how are you in a relationship with somebody where just like Singleton said, the baby mama can never have more than the current woman? Like how do you make me as your lady feel like I have to be in competition with your baby mama
But who
about
says it's a
anything?
competition thing? Who says it's competition?
It's not a competition, but how what he's done has made it that way on one side or the other, because the baby mama can flip like, huh, I got a purse, all you got was candy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know the personalities of these women. But what I'm saying is he's in a relationship with this woman that is not his child's mother. He shouldn't be doing that extra. Or go back and be with her if we doing all that extra.
Hey, and let's say
And I like what Nidra said. If you flipped it and it was now Father's Day coming out and she got her baby daddy some polo top to bottom, you know what I'm saying? And she bought you a card, you know what I mean, with a little gift card in it, then you gonna have a whole problem.
but what happens if he about the mama and the fiance at the same person? Is it okay?
I just
Is
think it's
that
not.
okay?
I just think it's sending messages that he shouldn't be sending. And he might not have meant nothing by it, but us women, you know, we can read into a lot of things.
Now, it could have been a way of him paying the child support too. That could have been a way, because if he's not paying child support for that child, this could be, if they're on good terms and they're talking and and the baby comes first or whatever, the importance of the child mindset, mental state, physical state. It could have been the fact that could have been a something that since he's not paying child support, okay, let me show a little bit of appreciation by giving her this.
Then don't buy her purse, then put extra money in the card and have your son give it to her like, hey, get us to your mom. I mean, it's nothing that you could tell. Like, it's nothing that you can out talk me. And I know you're the devil's advocate
Yes,
to
I
out talk me or to make me feel like this was gonna be okay. Like, it's definitely not okay.
Well, I mean, I know it's not child support, and I know we got child services, to allow him to pay, and he was wrong, at the end of the day, that's what the queen says. But let's just think about it, people. He may not be paying child support. And in order for her to continue to not make him pay child support, he wanted to go out and show her, well, honey, I really do appreciate what you're doing. And here, here's a nice $300 Brahmin purse.
Or here, instead of a purse, here go $300 for our son. Okay, and then however she spend that, that's on her. But I'm not buying you no purse. Like, no, it's not happening. And I'm not accepting my man buying another woman a purse, whether it's your baby mama or not. Now, if we together in a relationship, like, it's an absolute no.
So expensive gifts are for his lady, period. And I guess you're saying, and not the baby mama. I guess you
exactly.
But
exactly. That shit done came and sailed. That shit done came and still, y'all was together, y'all had a child, y'all was in a relationship, and all them Mother's Days, if you ain't getting nothing in, baby, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, and then okay, let's even add a little bit more to this puzzle. What if the child is being the child is being at the mother's, the time is split evenly between mother and father.
Share parenting.
Yeah, they're split evenly, so he's getting to see him, and it may not be child support involved, and it could be child support involved. Does the mama, the baby mama, or the mother of his child, whatever, does she still deserve to get a purse like such? Oh, he need to buy her Louis Vuitton, or needs to be friends with. Hey.
No. So then let's flip it. So Father's Day coming up, if she buys him a gift, like, should the girlfriend be upset about whatever gift especially if it's extravagant that the baby mama gives him.
So
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because Father's Day is coming. So what if the baby mother decides to give him a nice, expensive gift, and the girlfriend or the fiance sees it? Should she be in her feelings about that? Because at the end of the day, you cannot control what somebody else gives you.
You cannot. You definitely can, but I just feel some kind of way because people take it so out of context on what the meaning actually is. Now, his son doing something for his mom, that's different. But baby mama getting a card, some chocolate, and a bear. Mm-mm.
The queen said baby mama gets nothing. Nidra says baby mama boyfriend won't appreciate her.
Getting them kind of gifts from her kids' father.
I'm sure.
Exactly. Because he gonna be like, what's going on? Why he buying you purses? Like, what's up with that?
But what happens if it's Father's Day, y'all? Father's Day is coming, and the mother gets him a nice gift. Should the girlfriend, fiance be in her feelings about that? How should she feel? Because Father's Day is coming up, and we know that same scenario is going to happen. Because if he did it for her, she's gonna feel that she needs to do it for him. It depends on the relationship, though.
It's out of line. It's out of line either way, and it's out of line either way because it's Father's Day. So take that money and buy your father an extravagant gift.
So the question
is, I'm not your father. We have a child together.
Do you still think that there are feelings between the two? I mean, we don't know.
That we don't know, but it could be possible because who does that? Who logically in their right mind does that? Like that's starting an argument. That's causing a problem.
It then caused the problem. And I don't know. Let's see. Dee said if she was my daughter, I would tell her this is how he's going to treat you later on. And she needs to run, Forrest, run. You know, do the Forrest Gump. Get on up out of there.
Right.
Nidra said I would address it like, girl, please let it go. Send the kids over. I mean, but what are you letting go? What are you gonna let go? You're just gonna turn the other cheek and keep it and let it keep happening? Hey, Dee said it's over with. She ain't having that. It's gonna be unacceptable. But you all know that happens. Now I'm telling y'all, this is a real scenario.
Oh yeah, it's real life. Oh yes, it does. And people do get in their feelings, and I feel like it's not a problem. But you know, again, we have to focus on Mother's Day and Father's Day. It's for that parent. Like it's not, you know what I mean? If you're together or you ain't, like it's about you're a parent because of the child that you had together.
So the question is, should the mother of his child have gotten anything from him? So my cousin says the gift would go back to her. If it's something small from a child, it's okay. Not an expensive. Girl, bye. Hey, what's going on, Tracy? What's happening?
Hey, Tracy, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, you know, Tracy, we got a scenario out here. No baby needs to let those feelings go. Okay, somebody got to go. Nidra said some got to happen and somebody needs to get on up out of here. They got to go. It's going to be a continuous thing.
Because it's going to be expected. It's going to be expected now. Like, you know, you don't start something you can't finish.
And the queen says no gift should have transpired between the father or the mother of his child. So even though, y'all know me, I'm the devil's advocate, even though he knows that she is treating that baby accordingly and doing everything, you know, and she's a wonderful mother. He feels like she's the best mother on earth. You all still feel that he shouldn't buy her a gift.
Especially if it's not a conversation that he had with his girlfriend.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like, hey, Mother's Day is coming up, or hey, whatever's coming up. Like, do you feel it appropriate that I give her a card? Would that offend you? Do you feel appropriate that I buy her a purse? Would that offend you? Like, let's have these conversations instead of buying all this expensive crap, and then you trying to figure out like, oh, why you mad? Because that's out of order. That's why I'm mad.
Tracy, we gonna real quick play catch up with Tracy. Tracy, there's a scenario. It's a real true scenario. Thanks for tuning in. So what we're saying is Mother Day just passed. So there's a woman who has a baby from a guy who's in a current relationship with he's engaged or that's his girlfriend. But he bought his current girlfriend a card. No. His current girlfriend. He bought his current girlfriend a card.
The cheap crap.
He bought his current hush up. He bought his current girlfriend a card, a bear, flowers, and some chocolate. But the mother of his child, he bought her a Brahmin purse. Should he have purchased her anything? And if he should he have gotten that most expensive gift? And should the fiance or the girlfriend, what should she do? Should she stay, go? Should they have a conversation? Because the queen said if he did it once, he gonna do it again. So that's what we're talking about. But they're saying leave. Some are saying give him a, sit down and have a conversation, because yes, we know because at the end of the day, she's going to turn around and buy him something nice for Father's Day. So should he be
She might, depending on the type of woman she is. She might be a petty female that feel like she always got to have her hand, because women and men, let's be honest, feel like that because they have a child with someone, they move into a relationship. You already got in the back of your mind like they probably still doing this, or they probably still fooling around, or da 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 da. So you want to make sure those ties are cut and dry. And you want to make sure things are crystal clear on both sides. And so I just feel like it's out of line about a purse for your baby mama.
Tracy said, see, Tracy with me, the devil's advocate. That man can spend his money any way he wants to.
Ooh.
He is the girlfriend, not the wife. So she don't really have to stay. So she can get up and she can take her bags, run and leave over a Brahmin purse.
Tracy, that's for sure. She can't leave. That's for sure.
Over a Brahmin purse compared to a teddy bear and some flowers and candy. I'm just saying, and a card. So either she stay or she leaves. And you're right. And I said that too. He can do whatever he wants to do. You have don't nobody have control over that. He's the only one that has control over that. But the question is too, it's got to be more to the picture.
Yeah.
It's got to be more to the story other than what I'm receiving or what I receive. And
it may not be. It may not be. He may just be a man that's just that naive, but at the end of the day, like a conversation should have been had, he should be crystal clear, because you don't want the girl that you're in a relationship with to feel any type of way, or like she's in any type of competition with your baby mama if you are in a relationship.
My thing is this. Another thing too is I'm not gonna sit here. I'm sorry, D, the queen. I can't sit here and tell somebody to leave a relationship. I mean, I just can't do that. I mean, we may say what they should do or what we recommend they do, or they need to, we know they need to sit down and have conversation, but I ain't gonna sit here and say leave him, because there's more to the story than what we can even probably imagine. I'm almost positive it is, but I just got the bits and pieces about this part because it was Mother's Day. Tracy,
I'm agree and disagree with you, Tracy. She said sometimes the girlfriend has wifey expectations. I agree with you 1000%. I disagree with you when you say she really can't shut nothing down and vice versa. I just think I beg to differ, and the reason being is just because there should be just a level of expectation and conversation first, because you can't expect nobody to know like how you go feel or how you would take this, but there needs to be a level of respect that the man sets as a president with his baby mama, and so that those lines are never crossed or blurred.
Right.
And it should be like that if it's a mom in a relationship and the guy doesn't have no kids by her, but she got a baby daddy. Same thing.
But even going back to what Tracy said,
boundaries.
What Tracy said is the girlfriend has wifely expectations, but the man has the wifely expectations from the girlfriend as well. So if he expects her,
he can't have those expectations unless he put her in that column.
Trust me, he has the wifely expectations because she's not the wife, but he definitely expects her to act accordingly.
Exactly.
Me, I know that much. Now I know that much. He expects her to act accordingly, and if she's
therefore, with him expecting her to act accordingly, he should do the same.
I'm not gonna give you her number. Sorry, I'm not gonna do that. Can't do that. No, we don't like telling who folks are on the show.
Queen,
come. We don't like telling who folks are. Get
you some great code, girl. Get you some great code.
But we're putting the Yeah, we putting it on the baby mama. He spent his money. Once again,
I'm not putting it on the baby mama. I'm totally putting it on him. That is out of line, flat out. Like she gonna accept whatever you give her as a baby mama, but you have to set those boundaries as a man in a current relationship with another woman.
oh, see now, there you go. See the queen. You said you went through something similar. You're not going to tell her to leave him. However, what you will do is that tell her, sweetheart, you need to be having a conversation with him.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus, and you as the wife.
Oh yeah, we definitely, baby.
The wife best to be speaking up.
Listen here.
I'm not going to tell the wife to leave, but I am going to tell the wife, honey, I think you might want to have that conversation with him as to the comparison, because we already know you can't really compare baby mama to the wife. You can't compare baby mama to the girlfriend or the fiance either. You can't.
You really cannot. You definitely cannot, because a wife, obviously, your baby mama, so you not wife, so you're not in the same category. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, maybe at one time you were supposed to be wife, but you're not wife now. So with that being said, you have to handle things with boundaries and in accordance.
Tracy says she never tells wives to leave, but girlfriends have nothing to lose.
Hey, welcome on back.
Well, it depends now, because they could be living together. You just never know. They could have a house. They could have
think about the song.
Yeah, walk on by.
That's right.
But they could have a house together. They could be living in the same space together. You just never know what's on the line as boyfriend and girlfriend or fiance. Because it's hopes that girlfriend or fiance is going to move to the next level. But then again, right. I don't know.
The way people playing games out here on the chessboard, I don't know.
Exactly. See what I said? The queen said the same thing I said. The girlfriend may become the wife, because we don't know what's vested. We don't know what the investments are with the boyfriend and girlfriend, because you just don't know the situation. We do know there's got to be some additional stuff to this. It's got to be.
Which is why it is important, no matter where you are in the relationship, if you're not married, to set those boundaries and say, okay, this is okay with me, or I don't accept this, or I feel this certain kind of way. Have those conversations.
Tracy, you got my number. You can call me. We can put you out here. You can say what you want to say. You got my number, so call me.
Yes, Queen. You're right. If you set them now, they'll continue to do it when you get married. That's right. Yeah. You got to set those boundaries and let it be known what you're okay with and what you're not okay with.
If you're not checking now, it's like you said earlier, sis, it's checks and balances. If you're not checking now, what you gonna check later? Because you didn't check it. You didn't check
let it go for too long. You never said nothing. Yeah. Boundaries.
Yep.
Boundaries.
And what you think? Okay, here comes Tracy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear what Tracy has to say.
Yes.
What's going on, Miss Tracy?
Hey,
how's everybody doing?
Honey, we're good. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Yes.
Thank you all. I'm sorry I'm tardy to the party. I had to come home and lay it down, but I'm glad you all are talking about this, because I did see that when you started describing the person stuff. I said, oh, that's that post. But here's what I'm saying. And see, I'm 51 years old, so I'm speaking from past experience. Mm-hmm. And in my 20s, I wasted a lot of time, right? So when I said I wouldn't tell wives to leave, because that's really what's invested. Even if you're the girlfriend and y'all living together, y'all might have a house, I'd probably be telling you as a girlfriend, girl, don't go get a house with that man until you get the ring first, because it's not guaranteed that he's going to marry you. It's just like, your experiences make you make better decisions. But in my 20s, I made a lot of rash decisions. And the one thing that I know, because when I got with my husband, we were boyfriend and girlfriend for 4 years. He had a child. I couldn't tell that man, and he wasn't buying his son's mother, I hate the term baby mama, but he wasn't buying his son's mother gifts and everything like that. But if they had some decisions to make together, I couldn't step in and step over that line as the girlfriend and say, you ain't finna do that, because You just can't,
Right.
the expectations are different as a girlfriend, because as a girlfriend, you need to stay in your lane. And had I had that mentality, and had I
Yes.
told him, y'all not going to do that, it would have been his son's mother that would have said, you're not going to tell us what we're going to do. And she would have had every right to.
Absolutely.
But as the wife, you have a little bit more leverage, and you have way more say, because your incomes are combined, because your houses are combined, your things are combined, your ideals and everything. But as a girlfriend, you don't know if you're here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you could just sit there quietly and say, you know what, I'm not going to put up with this SHIT. I'm out of here. And that's what you can do. So for me, it's put up or shut up, and she don't have to put up with it. If you don't like it, leave. You don't have to stay nowhere and be tangled up in something, wasting your time that doesn't work for you. On to the next one.
I totally agree.
Amen. Said a
That's the
mouthful.
51-year-old Tracy.
That's the 51-year-old Tracy.
You better work. You better work with.
And I don't have any daughters, but I tell my son the same thing. Don't sit there and waste your time on that. It's if it don't fit, don't force it.
That's correct.
Don't do all the work. So that's my 2 cents today.
Well, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
We appreciate your 2 cents.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
Bye-bye. I'm telling you, it's just that simple. I am going to agree with Tracy.
Yeah.
Do not waste your time if you see time is being wasted right now. Because if you can get out, get out.
And and not even just being wasted. If you find yourself having the same conversation about the same situation and the same incident, something's got to give. I mean, because we all go through things as a learning experience, not to continue to go through the same thing. That's like a dog chasing its tail. Yep. Learn from it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk through it. Let's move on. If it happens again, as a girlfriend, you have a choice. Put up or shut up, like she said.
And the queen says she agrees, and that was her point.
Yeah.
The sign, you're right. The signs are always there, and it's the unfortunate piece. It's once you, like you said, Tracy, you were young. The younger Tracy didn't know any better, but the older Tracy knows better now. I think when we were all young, we went through things that we really wasn't thinking, and we saw the signs, but we didn't want to really see the signs. But the signs were there, but we overlooked them, and we, stayed the course when we should have went another direction. But it happens when you're young. But it's women like us that should be having these circles of these young women's circles. I don't care what you want to call them. Having these discussions with these young ladies about what they should do and how they should go about doing them. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of baby mamas out there. There's a lot of baby mamas out there. Yeah. And those baby mamas, some of them are either getting the short end of the stick, or they getting all the stick, and the girlfriend and fiance may not know about it, or they may know about it. But we need to definitely talk about it and have more discussions about it and have round tables about it. Trust me when I tell you.
Yes. And our
pieces, whatever you want to call them.
And our younger women have to be able to either take what you can use. Not everything that someone older and pours into you are you going to be able to soak up at that time. Take what you can. It may take you 5 years or 7 years to be like, you know what?
Right.
They told me that 7 years ago, but I just wasn't there to receive it yet,
Absolutely.
But have those conversations with young women that you're surrounded with, especially if you're a little bit more seasoned and you done been through a little bit more. If there's a 21-year-old or 18-year-old that you can pour into and talk to, it don't matter if they related to you or not. If you could tell somebody something positive that's gonna help, tell them. Either they can use it,
right,
or they won't, but at least the knowledge is there.
And I think it's women like us that we need to take the time out to have those roundtable discussions with those women. And my whole thing is, see, this is me. I don't have a problem with going out, sitting on the corner, sitting on the stoop, sitting on the steps, whatever it is. I see a group of little young girls. I don't have an issue with going in, sitting down, talking to them. But I am like Tracy, and I'm not going to say people need to reevaluate the deal breakers. Women need to reevaluate what deal breakers are.
Yeah.
But then you got women that are in situations, because we are mothers. Now, we are still talking about Mother's Day and the difference between buying a baby mama a gift and getting your current girlfriend or fiance a gift or wife or whatever. We're still talking about the differences here. But at
Right.
the end of the day, the baby mama or the side piece or whatever is just that. But it's so many of them out there. It is so many out there. What do you do? And how do we go about doing it? Because education is always key. But
It
it's
is, but
always
and we're in a time where it's just so many women are just so broken. People are broken, period. Let me just first say that. But as women, we're so broken and we feel like it's so much more that we have to put up with because that's just how we build. And that's not necessarily the case. And so it has become a cycle of women no longer now passing the ball along to the man and putting it in his court when at the end of the day the ball is always in our women in your court as a woman. Because if you
always.
say, guess what? It ain't no, there is no date. Guess what? There's no date. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? If you say I'm not interested, then that's end of the conversation. So you've always, women have always been the ones that's in charge of, you know, how we're being treated, who we're going to talk to, who we're not going to talk to, and we have to get back to that. But so many women have just passed the ball off to a man or to someone else and allowed themselves to be controlled like a what's the batting balls we played with when we was kids.
Yep.
And you know, it's exhausting. Or I have to be with this body because I feel like nobody else want to be with me, or I don't want to be
Yeah.
with nobody else. You know, that neediness, that clinginess. And so we have to get back to the ball being in our court, us being in control of what we're gonna take and what we're not gonna take. And it's okay. If you don't if you ain't gonna take that and you saying that that's it and you end up by yourself, that should be okay with you because
Exactly.
that's not what you need, and that's holding up your time for who God really has for you. And
But
so many people are wasting time.
they are. But with that scenario, if you're in a relationship with somebody and that scenario popped up because it was Mother's Day or Father's Day or whatever, this ain't the first time that they did that. Trust me when I tell you, it ain't the first time that they did that. And then you're still with them and nothing has changed and they're not changing. Let's go back to what Tracy said. What's the deal breaker? What's going to be the deal breaker for you? Do you feel like it's a form of disrespect and
It
they're not
is.
respect you? So at what point do you say, okay, enough is enough? Or do you continue to be with this person because you think, oh, they're a good person, they treat me well, I know what he did for his baby mama, but for her birthday and Thanksgiving, Christmas and all that. So I mean, at the end of the day, what is the deal breaker?
Yeah, and Tracy said, "Here's a deal breaker. I've been married 21 years. That's what's up. Relationship is solid. If my husband came in today and said that Tracy, I got a woman pregnant, there will be no discussion except what we're splitting. Like, except what? And I get that. I understand that. And then on the opposite end of the woman that he bought this purse for, how hard was it for her to be like, you know what? I can't accept that. You got a girlfriend. Like, I understand we got a child together, but no, this is too much. How many women are going to give that purse back and say, hold on, I have to set some boundaries because this is how I became a baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Yes.
be somebody's wife. I don't want to be bought by
Right.
what material has. And a lot of times with women, we feel like a guy is doing something, not all women, but some, oh, he gave me a purse, like he's still feeling me, or he's still something still there. You know, that you
Yes.
feel like you can hang and play these games when he's in a relationship. Cut all of that out. Cut it out.
And not only that, will the baby mama pick up the phone and call the girlfriend or the fiance? Do they have a relationship? Will she say, hey honey, this is what happened, this is what's going on, and this is what I said? Is she going to be woman enough to pick up the phone and call? Because which means that there's maturity. Once again,
Exactly.
that was the 21-year-old Tracy, not the 51-year-old Tracy.
Exactly.
The queen says, my husband said, if you was married, would you accept a gift from your baby daddy? How do you think your husband would feel or act? Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a good question.
That's a great question. At the end of the day, as a wife, my baby daddy his job is not to support me, it's to take care of his child. I don't need nothing from him. I need for him to take care of his responsibility of his kid. That's the woman that I am. Had I had a baby daddy, I don't have a baby daddy.
Correct.
But that's what more women need to be, not feeling like they have to have these material or something that he can use you to be a puppet with, or he can use you to maneuver, around, or something I can bring up later, something to hold over your head. Like, no, take care of your kid. That's it. If you
And
called me or text me and said, "Hey, Happy Mother's Day," or when you bought our son back or our daughter back and said, "Hope you had a great Mother's Day," I'm fine with that. You don't have to buy me nothing. What are
nothing.
your intentions? What are your real intentions? Because
Because
I shouldn't be a baby mama if you going above and beyond like this. You should still be with me. What's
exactly.
up? You know what I'm saying?
And once again, does the girlfriend or the fiance know what you're even doing? You know, do they know how you're acting and the things that you're doing for that the baby's mother? I mean, the mom, baby mama, whatever. Does she know? But I'm with you, Tracy. I mean, I was married 21 years. Had I known, had the young Sandy knew what the old Sandy knew, I don't know if I even would have got married. So, you know, I often sit back, reflect on that time. I'm in a wonderful place now. When I say God has blessed me to be in a beautiful place with a free mind, I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. Who thought I would be able to get here? But that very scenario that you talked about is actually what took place with me. Deal breaker, deal breaker, deal breaker. And that's what broke it. But had I known the things that 21-year-old Sandy, had I known what 56-year-old Sandy knows now, I don't think that 21-year-old Sandy would have made that mistake. You know, wouldn't have made, I'm not going to ever call anything a mistake because God always got reasons for things to take place and happen. But the 21-year-old Sandy would have made another decision had she known what the 56-year-old Sandy knows today. So
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. And then, girl, she said I would take that purse back.
Look at you.
Hey, that's a question. But once again, either you do what Tracy said, you take it back.
I'm giving it. I'm not accepting it to begin with because I don't want you to confuse what this is. You know what I'm saying? As a woman, I don't want you to confuse this. It's Mother's Day. Yes, that's fine. I'm grateful I have a child, but focus on your child.
But once again, would you take it back? Would you keep it? Or would you call the current girlfriend / fiance and let her know what took place? Now, granted, I'm sure the baby mama and the girlfriend knows about each other. I'm almost positive they know about each other. So who's going to be the bigger person and say, sweetheart, look, this is what John did. I just want to let you know, because I don't know if you know, because now you may be stirring up something. Now you done put your nose in their business, you know, and she may not even know. So now it's a deal breaker.
It's another conversation, another can of worms, you know.
The deal breaker is what you're going to do when you find out that information. And there you go. Tracy, I said that too. I said it was a child support thing. I said, what if it was a child support thing? I said the same thing. He's trying to make up for not paying the child support. You know, he's trying to look good for not paying the child support. Let me get you a nice, expensive gift. You know, let me buy you these nice, expensive gifts on birthday, Mother's Day, and Christmas. You know, let you know that I appreciate you for being a great mother to my child. So what if he buying these nice things and these nice items? What if the girlfriend, fiance don't know?
Right. That's another line. That's another line that's being crossed. Another line that's being crossed.
Well, tell your husband he's absolutely correct. Tell your husband he's right. Instead of you taking the purse, you trade it in and tell your husband I totally agree. Kudos.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Kudos to your husband. She said, listen, her anger with John is that household's business. Her issue is with baby mama is hers. My thing is, what the baby mama need to do, if she's woman enough, if she's that 51 and 56-year-old Sandy and 51-year-old Tracy, baby mama will pick up the phone if she got some kind of contact, if she can get information to the girl.
If they have that type of relationship, they might not have that type of relationship.
But in the meantime, in the between time, that 51-year-old Tracy and 56-year-old Sandy is going to pick up that phone and say, listen, sweetie, I just want you to know. I don't know if you know, but this is what took place and this is what happened.
Yep. I don't want no problems. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to know what's going on. But you need to know that this is what happened, and you know, that's that.
And let them figure it out. Because on Mother's Day, if you're receiving these gifts and on Christmas and Thanksgiving or birthdays or whatever, and you still receiving gifts, Houston, that's a problem. That is
that's definitely a problem.
That's a problem. And not knowing about it, you don't know nothing about it. Ain't nobody telling about it, and you trying to keep it yet a secret from
the
girlfriend or the fiance.
Like somebody said earlier, run for the hills.
Run,
That's
Forrest,
about to be that whole relationship about to be a whole problem.
Run, Forrest, run. Because when and now you all know there will be another scenario of some sort come Father's Day.
Oh yes. Get ready.
I don't know what.
Get ready.
It could be a DNA test of some sort. I don't know. But we get these ideas and scenarios and thoughts and topics.
From real life.
These are real life topics that we discuss. So at the end of the day, I think it's individuals like us that need to have these round tables with these baby mamas. We got baby mamas that are our age and still act like they're 21.
Sad shame.
You know, they need guidance.
Because you're now pouring in the same thing into your own child.
Tracy, if they don't have an understanding and agreement and haven't cleared the waters, then somebody will have to make a decision on what they're gonna do as far as the future is concerned. I mean, it's just that simple. You know, you got to figure out what you're gonna do.
It begins and ends with a communication conversation.
Communication and conversation. And I said that before. You know, you have to communicate. You got to continue to keep those lines of communications open, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. And what you say, you ain't really trying to say it to hurt their feelings, but you're just being truthful.
Yep, that's it.
Either you're going to accept it or you ain't going to accept it. The baby mama really can't make girlfriend feel secure. No, she can't.
For sure, you're right, Tracy. You're right.
But the thing is, should it be up to the baby mama to inform the girlfriend or fiance what took place? Because if we already know he's not going to do it, most men ain't going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're not. Let's just keep it 100.
And that's how stuff blow up in their face, and that's how it ends up ugly because of that fact.
The queen says no. No. The baby mama should not be the one that's telling the girlfriend, fiance.
The baby mama ain't in the relationship with you are in the relationship with her. So you know what, AJ?
AJ, thanks for tuning in, but we ain't gonna you tell me some do retirement gifts count? Now there you go throwing in another wrench.
On that note, listen.
Another wrench into this scenario. It's always somebody else that want to toss in something totally different. If the baby mama feels like she want to get or somebody a retirement gift, heck, it's a retirement gift. Go buy it. You'll never know where it came from. It's a retirement gift. Tracy says baby mama shouldn't even know the girlfriend is mad. I'd be like, hey. First of all, if he giving her Brahmin purses on Mother's Day, she knows something. Ain't nobody giving no gifts of such nature. And you don't know.
Yeah, something behind that. It's something behind it.
You don't know something.
Which is why I would have declined it.
Yeah, because there you go, the queen. Tell your husband, we're not accepting the gift. We're not taking the gift so we can trade it back in. We don't want nothing to do with the gift.
We don't want no parts of that because that's gonna be ugly. That's ugly. And what is his intentions with that? What getting it for her, and what is her intentions by accepting it?
Tracy says no if he doesn't tell the girlfriend, but he telling something. He's telling somebody something. Because I refuse to believe your baby mama don't know you got a girlfriend if you're not with baby mama 24/7.
Right, make it make sense.
Make it make sense. If you ain't staying with baby mama You ain't sleeping with baby mama. Make it make sense. So gotta know. Somebody gotta be telling something. Men can't hold water.
Yeah, Tracy, you're right. Because most men they're not about to do that. We're not
They
together.
don't hold stuff. They don't keep it in. They telling somebody. And
going above and beyond for what? And you got a whole girlfriend. Like,
And trust and believe, your boyfriend telling somebody else. And there's always a connection with somebody, especially if it's if you're in Cincinnati and everybody knows everybody. There's that connection where somebody knows somebody, what you're doing. So you may not even know that they know that person, but the story is gonna get out. You're gonna be like, "Ooh, I know them. Should I say something?"
It's definitely gonna get out, especially if it's social media issue. That baby mama that like take pictures and be like, "Oh, look what my baby daddy just got me." You the girlfriend that like to spy on the baby mama. You know what I'm saying? From somebody else's page, and you know what I'm saying. We know how it goes.
You know how it goes, and that's the thing. It's unfortunate people live vicariously through social media. You know, that's the unfortunate piece. People live vicariously through social media, and that's the bad part. That is the total bad part. So my thing is, at the end of the day, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Woo.
Is it live or is it Memorex? You know, listen at somebody is at my door.
It's that time.
Somebody's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor and open the door and let them in.
We're at that time. It's that
time. Let me see who at my door. And I know it ain't the UPS man. My brother said, "I'm glad my baby mama cool." There you go. You always got something to say and do. There you go, chiming in. So this is what we're gonna do. We gotta say our positive quote, and then we're gonna be out of here.
So I'll go first.
Yep, go first, sis.
My positive quote is from Maya Angelou. If you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. So that's my positive quote for today. It speaks volumes. It holds a lot of weight. And nothing else needs to be said. We hope you enjoyed Wind Down Wednesday. We're here every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. So if you got subjects that you want to talk about, you got questions, comments, concerns, anything, inboxes at Tuck Radio page or my page, Chenise Gibson Arnold. We love to talk about any and everything. We know that our viewers are global, worldwide. So thanks for tuning in. Leave us a comment. Leave us a scenario. We'll keep the names out of it, but we'll put it on here. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. You're absolutely right. You know, because that's what we do. We don't have degrees. We don't have certificates. We don't proclaim to be all that in a bag of chips. But we know what we like to do. And this is one of them. We like to talk about different things, different topics, different scenarios. But all of the scenarios are facts. They are real. They are real.
Real life. It's somebody's real life.
And we want to thank Tracy for calling in.
Yes.
And we want to say we appreciate you. We appreciate all the listeners. So if anybody has a topic or something, if you would like to call in, inbox me. You can even inbox me your number and I'll call you during the show. So let me know if you would like to take part and be a part of any conversation that we have. We're happy to have you. And on that note, make sure you open up and be honest and communicate with each other, because communication is definitely key. So on that note, y'all know what my brother said right here. Y'all know what he said. In case you can't read and in case you're listening, y'all know me. I will always say it's better to give than it is to receive. And I'm not talking about that Brahmin purse, but we'll see you next
Wednesday.
Thanks for tuning in.